Good afternoon, Facebook. If you were watching me on YouTube 2 minutes ago, then thank you very much. I'm waiting for John to arrive. The videos that John sent over, or the video that John sent over, is in place, and my video is here too, and we can talk about that. I'm just waiting the arrival of Mr. Upton, and then we can get the show underway. And it does appear that he is in the studio, and I can hear noises off. So let's bring John up on screen without further ado.
Hello, I was already here. I don't know why you couldn't see me.
I couldn't. You're right.
I'm back, and we're here now, and that's all that matters.
This is true. I'm just going to change the screen display slightly so that hopefully that will do it. That's better. We can now see the full effect, and I can put your name up too. Then people passing by will know who we are. Right. Okay, so hello, John, and hello everybody who's watching live now. And this is our weekly show, and the format of the show is that every week John does a short or long introductory video. And we played the first in the show. So if you're after the info and the hints and the help, you can go there just at the beginning. John, it's over to you to explain this week's video.
One today. It's about 8.5 minutes as opposed to 20. And that ding Kelly. So would you like to play it? It's about transitions between scenes.
All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Kelly's comment off the screen and bring the video up on screen. And John's waving goodbye. So as soon as we've got the video, I shall switch John's camera off. I shall switch my camera off. So they're off. You can still hear both of us. I do need, I think, to do justice to take off the overlay. I'll do that now rather than halfway through the video, as I normally do. And there's the video, and I am going to press play.
Hi, this week I'm going to talk about transitions. That's the movement between one scene to the next scene, indicated by this little domino style thing between each. Now I've already video, okay, and in that 14 scenes there's a photo and a photographer's name. So here I'm crediting the photographer. Now all of these photos came from Unsplash, and these are the photographers on Unsplash who provided the photos free of charge. And I've called this little thing called Fashion Show. So it goes through different fashions, different people, toddlers, adults, male, female, and pairs. So when we see it, we don't see much of an action in between. It has what's called the default transition. But if you click on here, you'll see that there is in fact a whole load of different kinds of transitions. And if you want no transition at all, you can click remove transition, and that will remove the default transition. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you what some of these do, add them in between the 14 so we can have 13 different transitions. You probably wouldn't do that in real life, but this is to show you what transitions can do for you. So if we look at the first set, if you hover over, you get an idea of what the transition does. Wipe to the left, wiper to the right. Now this is tilting like a windscreen wiper, because when I first thought it, hang on, if you wipe to the left it should move to the left, but that's a bit later on. Film roll in from the left, film roll in from the right, film roll in up, film roll in down, slide to the left and right, slide cube left, slide cube up, slide cube down, stacked zoom, spin it to the left, spin it to the right, slide stretch, slide stretch right, up, down, hinge to the left, hinge to the right, stack left, stack right, stack down, stack up. Now, what do you mean the difference between stack and slide? If you notice on slide, the one goes out and the new one comes in. In stack, it goes on top. Okay, and so from that first group, let's put here, we'll have slide cube up, and then we'll put a couple in from there. So let's do a stacked zoom. Let's do a thumb rolling down. Let's do a hinge to the left, and we'll do one more from there. You can see whether it's been set or not, because if you hover over it you get default. If you hover it over it now you get hinge left. We'll put another couple in. Okay, so let's go here. You wouldn't do this, you'd obviously sensibly do them so that they were a set and that they worked together, and I'll slide stretch left. Okay, now you can see we can't get along here, but if you look, there's this bar here that allows us to move all the way along, and I think we got as far as there. So let's go here and look at some of the other transitions. Slide down. So there's these sort of standard animations. Slide to the right, slide to the left, slide up, slide down, fade, zoom in, wipe to the right, wipe to the left, and wipe up an axis, wipe down axis, and blur. Okay, so we got as far as that one. So let's stick a few of these in. So I'm going to put a wipe up. I'm going to put a wipe down. And I'm going to put a wipe y-axis. There you can see that. And then I'm going to do a wipe x-axis. Okay, and damn me, I thought I'd turn the email off, but it's popped in. Let's just get rid of it. Okay, so that gives us the wipe axis. They're all coming at once now just because you don't want it. I'll just quickly get rid of them. Yes, I know there are new items in my box. Okay, so a wipe y-axis, a wipe x-axis, and we've just got 1, 2, 3 more we can add. So if we go here, we can look further down, and there are overlays, there are light leaks, and there are brush, and there are shutter. So, and there are glitch. So let's just pick one of each. We'll have a flicker glitch. We'll go here and we'll add a diagonal light. And on our last one, let's do a shutter. Let's do a slow shutter. So you can see that there's a whole load of those different there. So you've got animations, overlays, light leaks, film burns, brush, shutter, slow shutter, multi-directional shutter, digital camera shutter. Yeah, and then the glitches, digital break, RGB glitch, chromatic glitch, and we did a flicker glitch. So we've added those, which have given some animation to what we're doing and in between. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit preview, and we'll let one or two go through. See. Okay, so I'm going to export the video, and then I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to add the output video to the end of this video. I hope you found that useful.
So, put the microphones back on.
Hello.
Turn our cameras back on. Hello. And we're back. Right, okay. I'm going to have to watch that again, John. It was an excellent video, and it took away some of the mist that surrounds transitions. And I think, as Kelly rightly said, whilst that was on, and I didn't want it to wait to the end, people had a lot of problems with that, didn't they? They should just make it no transition as a default from the start. What's your thought on that, John?
There's a reason why there is a transition as a default, and it's quite simply that if you haven't got anything there at all, people don't realize that you can put something there, and you've got to have a default transition to replace or remove. If you remove it, it's a bit harder to add the transition back in. So
it's sort of a template thing.
You know, if you want no transitions, it takes a fraction of a second to click on it, select remove transition, and then move on to the next scene. So, you know, there's 6 and 1.5 dozen. The same applies when you load a picture. It defaults to a zoom. Yeah, that's because there's an opportunity to add stuff to there, zoom it, slide it, whatever you want. You'll notice there was panning and all sorts of things in that video, but I didn't want to go into the depth of explaining all of those as well. You know, the tools are there, use them, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right, so it's just a selection and one click and transitions are gone. But if you want to use transitions, you don't have to do anything other than decide the type of transition you want. Yep.
So you click on what I'm calling the domino, because it just reminds me of a little wooden domino. Yeah. And up comes the selection, and there's a lot of them. There's plenty to choose. The thing to do is, if you look at mine, there's so many different ones in there. It doesn't work as a proper video. But if you stay with scrolling up, scrolling down, moving to the left, moving to the right, you can create a nice, simple video that works quite well.
Brilliant. Okay, now after that masterpiece, I've got to follow up with my video. And I mean, we shouldn't compare them because they're different animals, but it's natural to do so. So basically, if you don't know, if you've not been following, I know both Barry and Kelly have, this week has been 5 days live. And in order to celebrate 5 days live and to go with the videos when they actually go out into the world next week when we start promoting on Vimeo and other sites. I've done a little trailer video. This, like all my videos, is a work in progress, but I do intend actually to finish this one. So I'm going to bring this very short video up on screen, and it should appear in a second. I'm going to switch John's camera off. Bye, John. I'm going to switch my camera off. And if I can get my camera off, it'll be good. And now, of course, I can't complete that because we've still got today's show and tomorrow's show to actually include in it. But what I did want to do was to advertise the fact that the people who are actually involved are all approachable, and you can get in contact with them and you can get help with your live videos. So all good. So I don't expect a critique. I just want to have fun using Invideo, and I'm certainly doing that, John.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to do. I'm selling video to clients. You're using video to promote your stuff. Yeah,
that's right. It's about promotion and celebration, and we will have a celebration wrap-up party for 5 Days Live next Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. It will involve everybody who's been on the shows this week, and that will be part of the trailer that appears on that show. And as I say, we'll follow around the videos as they take their journey. The thing about live video is that it's fantastic to actually do it live, but live video is also a great way of creating content. And we've created some amazing content this week during the 4 shows that have been done to date. And we're going to share that. And it will carry on until the next 5 Days Live, date to be announced.
The downside, of course, of going live is technical issues, which we've had our share of on this little show. And you were struggling, I think, to talk to our friend in South Africa on your show that you... Well, I was watching.
Well, I know you were watching. I have the evidence. I've got it on camera. The situation there is going live on 2 things. Going live on YouTube from BeLive is easier going live on Facebook, but you do need a solid internet connection. And unfortunately, Brigitte didn't have a solid internet connection, so she kept coming and going. Eventually appeared on screen on camera, but we had no sound. And therefore, it's very difficult. She really was most apologetic and sad that she was unable to join us. But that's live video. Sometimes it goes perfectly, and other times the gremlins. Now, also on YouTube, as you discovered, there are bots. And one thing you're not allowed to do on YouTube is to post links.
It wasn't a link. It objected to having 3 exclamation marks in a row.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, something like that. Okay. Well, what did your comment say? Because otherwise you're going to leave me...
Well, you'd already said that you were on, and I said something like, I won't let you forget, and a number of exclamation marks, and that was what your bot objected to, the exclamation marks.
All right. Okay. Hopefully this is the right banner. Wow. That was 20 to 1. I actually got the right banner there. Yes, yes. So that wasn't a gremlin. That actually worked. Now, Invideo are always expanding the range of things that we can do. That they've been doing something with the layouts at the moment. I know what I want to say. I'm trying to look for the word. Organize things this week in terms of the templates.
Templates. Oh yeah. Well, I've been chasing them for Mother's Day and Easter templates. Mother's Day causes great consternation because initially you think, oh well, it's here in March and it's in the US in May, and then you start looking up and you suddenly find that Mother's Day occurs on 28 different dates around the world. Yeah.
Right. And some information from Kelly. I wasn't aware. YouTube has a tab like Twitch, like Twitch that you can use to see who's watching you. All good. Now, John and I have been talking to Invideo, and we haven't exactly signed a non-disclosure agreement, but all we can say is watch this space for exciting developments in relation to Invideo and another company who we won't name. Because Invideo got plans to actually do things, and it's going to be interesting to actually see what occurs, and hopefully we'll play some part in that, John.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing them live because we keep asking them to come on this show and no one accepts the invite. Maybe we might get invited onto theirs instead.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Kelly. It's in the chat commentary at the top of YouTube. I'll try it next time when we go live tomorrow. And tomorrow, just so we get the advert in, and I'll bring it up on screen. That was today. That was Tuesday. I've got to cycle through till I get to Friday. It's there somewhere. I know it is. 5 days long.
Friday the 6th.
Okay. So Friday the 6th, myself and Marco, and we're joined by Linda this time, and we're going to be talking about broadcasting on YouTube. And Linda has volunteered her channel. I'm volunteering mine. I just need to have a word with Marco to volunteer his channel. And we're looking at how to improve your channel on YouTube tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. So please do join us for that. And then we're back to you and me. Oh, good.
Good. Yeah, I've got some little jobs that I've been commissioned to do on well, I'm going to use Invideo. I mean, the client doesn't know what the product is. This has even given me permission to show them as they're developed. So maybe next weekend we'll have a live job as an instructional video. It's not going to be very exciting, Stephen, but it's a live job. And yes, it is to do with I keep calling them a pots and pans reseller, and that's just a tiny little bit of what they do. But we're trying to put together some little instructional bits and pieces to help promote things.
Instructional videos.
Yeah. How do I use this? How do I shut this? How do I clean this? And a variety of other things. What's the plug on the side of this box for? You know? Indeed. And what does this do? What's the best way of keeping a stainless steel clean? These are I'm not saying we're doing all of these for next week, but these are some of the things we're planning to do to make his channel more educational and less buy one. You know what I mean? If we cast our mind back to was it the man who did the cleaning over in Lincolnshire, Dolly Char? Remember him? That was a while back. That was. He's still going. His real name, though. Yeah, Harrison, Robert Harrison. That might be. Yeah, I think it was. If we got it wrong, Robert, do apologise. But the way that he really built an audience, and this is pre doing our own videos, is that he runs a cleaning company. In fact, he runs a cleaning franchise. And he was selling the franchises throughout the UK.
And what he did was he actually did cleaning tips. Yeah, not about his products, but general cleaning tips. And people started to join in and ask questions. And he'd be brilliant on video now. That's brought a thought to mind, because we keep trying to ask people to join us, and they're all happy making videos, but we'd love people to join us explaining how they're made.
We love people.
That would be good.
Give us their videos for us to show. You know, we're not going to pick them to pieces or anything like that. We'll just show other people what's being done in InVideo.
Very true. Very true. And we. Sorry, John.
I was doing my coronavirus transmission then, like coffee. What I was going to say is, if we show them, provided you're happy, they'll be shown outside the Invideo group. If you post it in the Invideo group, only the group members see it. Stephen and I have between us a pretty reasonable following, and other people will also who also share. So on here you get a wider audience than just showing it to the group.
Right, indeed. In fact, this is. I can actually say that if your videos do appear on our show, then that particular show will be promoted. So that, as John says, you'll be seen by lots of people, and then we'll promote it and you'll be seen by thousands of people. And
we get an audience of around 370 to 420 within the group, but we get a much, well, we hope we get, because you can't track everything, a much bigger audience outside of the group.
True. And all the videos that we do on Facebook appear on YouTube. And then John and I have got this place called Empire Cred that we're members of. And the good members of Empire Cred will actually watch your video too, our video with you in it. So we do have ways of promoting. It's a way to reach a wider audience. The service is free. So if you've got any videos, then just send them in. And the way to do that is contact myself or John on Messenger, and we'll reply personally. We are not bots, we are people, and we'll reply personally, and we'll arrange for your videos to be shown on the broadcast on Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern. And it's our pleasure to do it. And as John said, we've got a lot of people actually follow us, and we are grateful for everybody who watches our videos. Okay, so what I'm going to do after this, grab a cup of tea.
Corinda's asking some questions in the thing. Grab one of us later, and we'll try and sort out what your query is. I think I need to ask you a bit more about it, because I can't fathom out your comment at the moment.
Right. Okay. So he's asking about the cursors that are used in the video, I think. And then he's corrected it. And then Kelly, would you use Screencast-O-Matic for that? If you were appearing on camera, you might. Screencast-O-Matic is great for screen recording. If you were showing a website and you wanted to be in the picture, then you could use Screencast-O-Matic.
All my videos are made using Camtasia, a recorder. But Screencast-O-Matic would be just as good, wouldn't it, Stephen?
It is. All right. Okay. Yes. Just send us a message. Kelly's saying, tell them how to share it. Just send a message to John and myself, and our names are underneath. You'll find us. If you just go to Google, you'll find us, and you'll find us on Facebook as well. You find us everywhere. We've been doing this so long that we've forgotten where it all began. And also from Kelly, Screencast-O-Matic. Yeah, I've upgraded Screencast-O-Matic, and I've got with Screencast-O-Matic, when you're actually recording it, you don't see yourself on screen, do you?
I don't use Screencast-O-Matic. And Camtasia, you tick a box to say whether you want to or not. I used to at first, and then I've decided that I only did that out of vanity. So now I just don't appear at all.
Okay. What I did notice appearing, which I'm glad of, is that when you're doing these videos now, you actually have the copyright in the top corner. That's important. So kudos for doing that. Right. These shows hopefully are instructional, helpful, informative, and fun. And we certainly have fun putting them together. Most of the time it goes right. Occasionally it goes wrong. We've had a good show today. John, it's over to you.
Oh,
It's up to you. If you've got a topic, then
no, I've just had 6 different those bingy things. I've had 6 different messages to say people have commented on comments I've made inside Invideo, so I'll be answering those in a few minutes. So it's goodbye from me and Stephen. And just those who asked, a couple of girls, my daughter had a little girl, 4 pounds 2 ounces, and she's called Dottie, or Dorothy, Patricia, Suzanne, and Addison is their surname. So it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Stephen, who's already run away by the look of things. And we'll see you again. Oh, no, he's here. He's back. We'll see you again, same time next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Take care. Oh, just final thing. In 30 minutes, 28 minutes time, yesterday's show on YouTube, the 5 days live show, will be live on the live video hub. Join me there and we can just have a chat. Take care. See you all soon.